Is that better now, guys? Hello, hello, hello. If we got mic, is the mic in play? So, can you hear me now, guys? Let me know if you can hear. Is the live very laggy? Mm, okay, we've made sounds good. Yeah, the stream's really laggy. Uh, Stream is jumpy and laggy. Okay. Uh, Not sure what I can do right now. So let me just have a look. Uh, okay, yeah, I see what's happening. Okay, so I've got to try and think, what settings did we change? No, 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 it's not to do with the animation. So this is something in the I changed some settings on right, one sec. No, settings. Let me just change something. Video. Video. Okay, so I can't change anything while I'm currently active, apparently. So how do I change it when I'm active? I might just have to. Uh, that's not working. Bear with me there. I might have to restart the stream. One second, guys. Um, okay. Um, I'm just trying to see now how far behind we are. It's like this is um, one second. Bear with me a second, guys. Guys, just I'm just flipping back to the old scene a second. Wow, there's okay, is this working? Just let me know if this one is okay, so I need to change something then. Okay, so we need to work on the settings. Okay, so it looked good, but functionality was crap. Dear. So need to work on that. I'm not quite sure how we can overcome that. But okay, so aesthetics aren't everything, right? Maybe we get there for the next one. Uh, yeah, so we'll be back. So listen, what are we gonna look for? So markets come right into this zone. I was watching for price to come into here and then looking for a 15-minute bullish candle, but that didn't materialize. Now we've seen price come down into the 50-50. We've seen a huge rejection of that price point. Now, I feel just off the daily charts alone, um, that we should, if we're going to get a bullish 30-minute candle, we're going to come back, fill this wick, and potentially push even higher. So why are we? Okay, there's the lag is not not great at the minute, but so yeah, we're just going to sit tight for the next 20 minutes. We're going to sit tight for the next 20 minutes. Potentially, we can Nasdaq again. Listen, the market broke out of structure, but then what we saw is it came straight back into it. So I'm going to readjust our support level on the Nasdaq. Um, okay, so we just let me get rid of that. See if that sorts it out. So Nasdaq alerts are set. Buys above 25, basically 400. Sells below 25, 125. We're looking for so sit tight, guys. Sit tight. Let's see what see what the news brings us. Preference, as I said, is for buys. I'm looking for buyers to step in. I need to see a bullish candle, which we've seen. It was a naked close, but the downside with this is it's a 15-minute bullish candle, right? But we've already broken the 15-minute structure. So I need to wait for the 30, which in due course could potentially come right on the queue for NFP. If it does, then we'll be looking to buy the break of the high of a bullish 30-minute candle should we get a wick down. If not, we're going to be looking to trade potentially the Nasdaq. So it's just in the meantime we sit tight. Um, yeah, uh, who's that one? I don't recognize that. What name's that? Dad. Bear with me 1 second. Dada TT 2041. Um, who's that? Is this someone new to the stream? If it is, welcome. We're waiting for the news. We had a bit of a nice momentum move this morning. Cleared us out of some structure, got us into some open space, captured 50 pips off it. That was it. Now we're waiting for the next move, whether it's going to be all the way back down to 5,050 or we're going to see the rotation. Preference, like I say, would be looking for some sort of continuation in and around this area, or I'm going to look for breakouts above 511, call it 512. Buys above 5112, and we'll be looking for a breakout style trade. So let's just make the screen a bit bigger until we get some kind of potential setup. I'm not going to trade before the news. We're going to wait for the market to present us with some opportunities. So Nasdaq, we got short-term resist Nasdaq DAX, sorry. We can look for buys. Buys above 24,946. You took the DAX this morning. Nice one. Uh, the breakout short through support. Okay, nothing. Let's sit tight. I'm just gonna put on a little bit of background music. Let me know if it's too much or okay. Cells. I'm gonna look. Let's. Okay, for the DAX, 817. Okay, so we can look for cells underneath 817. So cell below 24,815. Okay, in terms of pip range, what do we have? 945, so 55.88. Let's hope we can get a nice little trade today. Okay. Any questions coming in? Oh, Dan, you bought it from the lows. Okay, nice. 15. So we've got 60, 70 pip range there. I wish it was 870. So this area here, guys, is no trade for me. No trade. I'm just gonna let it meander through here, and whatever happens, happens. Gold, well, sitting tight. Look, yeah, we do have a new short-term resistance level here formed on gold, but let's let's wait until after the news. I'm going to stick to slightly higher time frame, one above. Now, I've put this in here just because of where the market stopped. Now, I'm not trading. I don't like any of this area here to trade below. Don't like any of the candles. So the only sell I'm interested in, unless the market comes up, creates a nice support in here, and then breaks back below, that would be where I'd look for a potential sell. If it sets up, guys. That's if it sets up. But as you can see, there's nothing like that at the minute. Mm. I think it's about now. Just wait that 30 minutes. Lightning, news in 15 minutes, guys. Keep that in mind before you open your trades. Yeah, great advice, Lightning. So, what so I just get asked. Bear with me a second. Uh, so, how to stay calm in chaos? Well, look, chaos, you can, whatever you want to call chaos, it's market volatility. So right now we're seeing absolute chaos, right? The markets are wild. Okay, we're seeing that from multiple places. Not obviously gold, you're seeing it more so. It's probably more volatile than crypto at the moment. So how do we stay calm in moments of madness? Well, this all comes down to rules. If you don't have rules, then you aren't going to stay calm. Calm is just a process of understanding and knowing what you're going to do in a certain situation. Doesn't mean you're going to have moments or lapses of concentration or moments of ill discipline. Um, that is going to happen to everyone at some point. But when your thought process or your emotions kick in and you get that moment or that feeling of fear or greed, that's usually because you don't really have concrete rules in place. So, how do we get over trading with emotions? Well, that comes down to being part of a community or forming a set of strict rules that you will see me display here on, well, it used to be a daily basis, but now it's just for YouTube, it's just Mondays and Wednesdays for the next few weeks until my little princess arrives, and then we'll be going back to Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Um, you know, nothing is confidence will come through repetition, and confidence will come through seeing results. Even if you are, let's say, a break-even trader, but you were losing, that should prove confidence that you're doing something right now because you've gone from being losing money to breaking even. Now it's about, right, how do we go from break even to making money? So if you start looking at your trades and you go, right, okay, well, what trade was this? How did I manage it? What could I have done differently? And then when you start looking at your results, you can start to fine tune the process. So everyone's results will vary dependent on risk, times that you trade, markets that you trade. So a good question that I get asked is, why do I trade gold, or why do I trade Nasdaq, or why do I trade the DAX? Well, I always want to trade a market that is volatile. Um, oh, sorry, my dad's just ringing me. Bear with me, he's 82, so let me just get this just in case. Well, there's another one of my family or friends that have decided to take the the piss with Tottenham. So literally, I've had it from every angle. But you never know. Someone of that age, you just have to answer the phone just in case. But yeah, no, he just rang to have a bit of a gloat and a laugh at me. I'm glad to see he's still got his sense of humor. So as I was saying, guys, just build the process. If you build the process, what? Big Sam? Never. Oh, it can't be. Is that a joke, Peter Cole? That really can't be. Oh, Christ. Yeah, I was going to say, I heard rumors of like Robbie Keane and John Heitinger, who's currently there at the minute. But probably Harry Redknapp will put his name in the papers, no doubt, about jumping on. But yeah, what the hell? Zavi and Zabi are both available as well. I wouldn't say no to both of them. Klopp's available as well. um, but yeah, I'm not sure we'll see any of them. Okay, so 6 minutes until the news, guys, and then we can potentially look for trading opportunity. Okay, so what am I going to look for? So there's two things. First one would be this 15-minute candle to close above this minor little structure. If it does, perfect. Then the next thing I want to see is on the news, market sink. If it just goes straight up, then we're going to have a different kettle of fish. So if it sinks on the open, I'm going to look to buy the higher of the new candle, the news candle. If it just shoots straight up, then we'll wait 5 minutes. We'll wait for the 5 minute candle to close, and then we're going to look for a pullback on the next 5 minute candle, and then we'll buy the high. So let's just wait. We've got 5 minutes. Oh God, Ryan Mason again. Yeah, bless him. So yeah, what's going on with Nasdaq? Not a great deal. Does Top Step have news trading rules, or are you in personal gain? No, I'll be back on Top Step in a bit. I don't think they have any news issues, but I don't trade in the news, so I'll always be. Any of the news rules didn't affect me because I'll always trade at least 5 minutes after the news. Mm, mm, mm. So 4 minutes. 3 minutes, guys. So what are we thinking is going to happen? So let me know, what do you think is going to happen on the release of the news? Do you think we're going to fly higher, or do you think we're going to drop? Is it going to be good data, bad data? What's your thoughts, guys? 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. So come on, guys. Being quiet today. What do we think is going to happen? Are we thinking the market's going to shoot up, shoot down? Trading during the news, gambling, and traders don't gamble. They trade with their edge. Absolutely. Now, in order to have an edge, guys, we can't trade with emotions. But based on the technicals, based on the fundamentals, if you follow fundamentals, what's your opinion? What's your bias? Is your bias buys? Is your bias sells? Is the market overcooked? Or is it just getting warmed up? What are you thinking? 1 minute. We have 3 seconds. Initial move is down. Is it? Where is it? Okay, let's get some buy orders potentially above the highs. Okay, or is it going to sink? No. And it looks like it's just going to keep going down, guys. So I'm not trading this one now. I am out of this market. This has gone completely against where I was thinking we would go. What are we now? That's how much has that just moved? $65. Oops, where's it gone? Where's the news? I want to see what did it come out with. Forex factory. What did we get? Forex factory. US employment, trades, forums, news. Where is it? Calendar. Okay, strong data. 100 forecast 66,000 new jobs came in at 130. Unemployment rate has come down as well. And average hourly earnings has gone up. Okay, so from a fundamental perspective, what does that mean? Right. Well, let's think about it. If average hourly earnings has increased, what would you suspect that means the type of jobs? Would it be better paid job? Is it better jobs or worse jobs that have been created? What do you think? This is all right, Nasdaq's probably going to have a pump. Everything's just sat in the range. Mm, mm, mm. Is it frozen? Is it moving? Yeah, still moving. Well, this is a bit of a nightmare. So we broke out of the range, which I was quite happy about, only to come back straight inside the range. So we've had some movement. So based off this, I don't like the sells. The sells are just potentially through here, but the sells aren't good. So I'm going to have to wait for at least a 30-minute bullish candle now. So that's going to be 2:30. Okay, we're going to be a little bit stuck on this on gold today. We're going to be stuck on gold, I think. So look, why do I want to wait for a 30-minute? Good question. Okay, so look at the 15. The 15, we've had a change in structure, right? So we've got support, new support formed. It's come up, created resistance. Now we've broken through support. So on this time frame, we're seeing a break of highs and a break of lows, low high formed, and a break of the new low. So we go to the 30-minute. In essence, we still have structure in place because we have the structure that was here, new highs, low that was here. So this low still remains kind of intact. Structure, we broke out. We, for now, have a slightly higher low. But we need now, if we're going to trade this one, I need to see price create a bullish 30-minute candle. So, uh, yeah, exactly. It would be nice. It would be nice. All this area is awful. So I would love some nice big candles down. That'd be my preference. Some nice big candles down. And then we just either have to trade it off the 30 or the hourly. I mean, even the hourly, the noise is not great. We need it, just as you say, Dan, we need it to clear the shit. Um, but Nasdaq, I'm surprised. Yes, the news is positive, but I'm surprised it's pushing the Nasdaq up. And this is just from a fundamental perspective. So look, yes, the markets want to see good data to obviously boost the economy, but on the flip side, the markets have kind of been pricing in rate cuts to increase like uh, the public to be spending, which would naturally gravitate to more spending, cheaper rates, businesses will grow, there's more disposable income as as public spend or businesses spend because they've got cheaper borrowing rates, that would naturally be good for business expansion and growth. Um, so strong data would probably lead not to a rate cut or forecasting of a rate cut. Um, I think a lot will come down to revisions as well, if there's going to be any revisions on previous month's data. But yeah, a bit of a shock um, across the board. So I don't think we'll see. Come 2 o'clock, I'm going to wait 15. What was it, 23 minutes? See if there's going to be anything. But I keep thinking it's a Friday with the non-farm payroll coming out. Yeah, non-farms 4.3, 130K. US average earnings coming at 3.7 year on year, so that's the same. What's this one that's down? NFP benchmark revisions 862, forecasted 825, so that's slightly higher. Um, I mean, it's pretty much a sea of good data today for the US, but yeah, no, nothing for me right now. Nothing for me. I'm gonna be sitting quietly on the side. See if we can maybe take advantage of something. Probably not today, but I reckon tomorrow now. What's that? Uh, Traders fully price in Fed rate cut by July versus June. Okay, so the rate cut is already, according to Bloomberg, has been pushed back a month now. So I'm not sure how that is giving positive impact to the Nasdaq right now. I would have expected this kind of thing. You can see here the gap up on the news. So is this just a rally to potentially, oh, what's this? Just popped up. RIP balance sheet shrinkage. Welcome more rate cuts. US payrolls 2025 average monthly change revised to 15,000 from 49,000. That's a huge revision. I didn't. Hmm. Who knows? Maybe the data is getting more and more fudged after the government shutdowns. Well, all I can say is, guys, it's not cost us anything. Fundamentals in this instance, look, I can see why the initial move down on gold has happened at the initial readings, but when you see that last year's, um, what did it say? 2025 average monthly payrolls have been revised to positive 15,000 from positive 49,000. So it's a huge drop down. So that uh, I d very, very odd. See, this is why when I look at data now, I try not to think about the fundamentals because they generally don't make sense. You can't tell what's been priced in and what hasn't. I mean, look at this. Bitcoin massively pumped higher on the data release. Nasdaq pumped higher, so Nasdaq and Bitcoin aligned, and gold was different. So are we saying that Bitcoin and Nasdaq are basically risk markets? It's seen as a risk asset now, which I mean, I wouldn't put it in the same. It's a little bit odd that they are moving aligned in this instance. I just wish I lived in. I wish I was one of the South Koreans that just managed to get myself 2,000 Bitcoin because of a human error in BitHume. Nice waking up to $140 million of Bitcoin in your crypto account this morning. How many of you would send that back? How many of you would send that back? If someone just sent you 2,000 Bitcoin, how many of you would send that back? Or would you just think your lucky stars had just landed? And who would you send it back to? As a Dan's on his um taking his performance fee. He's getting his 20%. I mean, 10%, it's like winning the lottery. But the ransom fee. Yeah, I've got a feeling we're going to see this for the rest of today. And I won't be sticking around for all of the US sessions trades this afternoon. Yeah, I was hoping to get a buy on gold as a news candle. I was hoping for a shoot down, but I don't like it like this. This buy candle, this 5 minute buy, I wouldn't have the conviction to buy the higher that and run it into the structures. I'm just not happy with these charts at the minute. Need to see something really. My preference would have been for it to keep going now. Once it's made that kind of move, I'd want to see it keep going, form a support, then look to trade it back up, or maybe look to trade a lower high. But we've not been granted that, so the best thing we can do, guys, is sit on the sidelines. So we are still waiting to get our 100th. Oh yeah, you can't see that. You can't see the stats. Um, you can't see the stats because I got rid of the background while we were trying to set up the. Let me just. I just realised we're on a little bit of a smaller screen at the minute because of the edits we made yesterday that didn't work. So you see the stats here. We're still waiting for our 100th winner. Waiting for our 100th winner. Mm, anyone looking at anything? Because I tell you right now, anyone taking anything today that's worth sharing so I can share with the guys? But there's there's not a lot for me. Not a lot for me to do. Yeah, I mean, look, if you wanted to take the flip, that's personal preference. I just wouldn't want to get involved in this market right now. It's uh, it's not appealing at all. Nas is still pushing. Now, look, if you are going to look for buys above 25,395, I would want to see the market push up, pull back down. I don't want it to just go straight up in a linear direction and then take a breakout. I'd want to see it pull back first. Yeah, gotta tell you, the house feels quiet today. It's nice not to have been running backwards and forwards from doctors and hospitals today. Okay, that spike up here is kind of ruined any potential. Yeah. Okay, it's gonna be one of those days, guys. A whole live stream this morning. Oh no, we did get a trade on the live stream this morning. It was just a break-even trade. But I mean, literally, we fought for that. Uh, okay, so yeah, I'm not touching gold. I'm not touching it. I'm just watching it out of interest right now. I'm staying out of the market. I think we really need to see how the markets price in the data that's been released. Because look, ultimately, I don't think anyone really saw that kind of data coming out. And then obviously the revisions that's happened and the fact that we've had what 2025 massively revised as well. You've seen average hourly earnings increase, so you've seen literally everything that you probably wouldn't have expected today. And the reaction is what? Nasdaq up 140 points, gold given back half its well initial. What was it up? It was about I think it was about 80, $85 up at one point today. $90 up at one point, and it's now yeah, it's given back 50% of its gains. So yeah, I would be interested today if we break above this high. I think that would be interesting. It would also show that the big sell-off, sellers couldn't commit. So that would be I think if I set an alert, in fact I'm going to do that now. So let's stick this in. We're just going to put message uh, breakout long. Mark, can we go for sales if 5 minute close in recent lows of 5 minute structure? Okay, let's look. Um, see my you could do if price broke out of this, then you could look for it to fill that wick. My concern right now is this structure has just been created off a news candle, and now we've got to wait in theory, for me, for US to open properly, so 2:30, and then we can maybe get a feel of what the US takes into consideration for that news release, and then through the rest of the day we'll get a better understanding of how the market's going to look at some point tomorrow. So I think the best time to trade for me right now will be I've got a session tonight at 9 o'clock, so maybe there'll be something on at 9 o'clock in my one-to-one session. We can have a look up leading into, let's say, the open at 11 p.m. But realistically, I'll be looking for pre-London tomorrow around 6 a.m., 5:30 a.m. See if something is trading them. But today, I I won't be placing any trades on this right now. I'm gonna keep the score count at 99 positive trades. I'm not gonna be hitting any more, that's for sure. We'll see what happens. We'll see how the market pans out over the next sort of 12 hours and maybe tomorrow morning. In fact, that'll be members only. So, and tomorrow is members only. It's all day tomorrow. It's members only. So yeah, there'll be no live stream. So we won't be able to get the 100th winning trade tomorrow. Friday. Can I do anything on Friday? Let me have a look. See if tomorrow. Actually, I think I can do a live stream on Friday. Our appointment's been moved. So yeah, this Friday I will be back for YouTube, guys. So just let me know how many of you be interested in a session on Friday at 1 o'clock. Yeah, I mean, in theory here, you've had a break of this structure. So yeah, that's closed above. You've wicked down. You could buy the highs and take it back up into there. It's $12. So there's plenty of pips available. Yeah, no, I'm sitting tight. I will be. I'm gonna close off at 2 o'clock. I'm not gonna. I don't think there's any point sitting around. I don't like the structures. I don't like much that's happened right now on the chart. So we'll see how it is tomorrow for the live stream. So I have set a buy alert, not a trade, just an alert that should we break 511250, I'm going to get an alert and then I'll be looking at potential buys above that price point. Okay. But in the meantime, um, yeah, I'm not going to be not going to be doing anything. I feel like it's a little bit of a nil and void session, unfortunately. I had high expectations for a shoot down, then a break of the highs, but we got the shoot down, but went a little bit further than I would have liked in order um, to be buying the break of this. I mean, it was just too big a move, $60, $70. Mm. Uh, yeah, guys, have got any questions? 3 minutes, I'm going to wrap up. So if you've got any questions, fire them in now. Sorry, it's been a quiet session, but listen, quiet sessions don't do any harm. It was chaos for about 5 minutes. We didn't see any of that chaos, unfortunately. We didn't get burnt, but we also didn't make anything. Hopefully Friday I'll have sorted out the system in order to stop the glitches on YouTube. So apologies for that earlier. I'm not quite sure why it was glitching. We'll try and rectify that for Friday. Mm, yeah, I just don't see any point you just sitting here and just watching something that ultimately can't decide. We're back in the middle of this noise. I was happy when we broke out of it. Now we're back into the mess. And it looks like we're staying there unless we get back above. So we just need to wait, set those alerts, and come back when it's playing ball. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Sorry there wasn't anything for us to take advantage of today. We will be back live stream on Friday, at which point there will only be 24 hours left for anyone that wants to take advantage of the final 2 spaces for the lifetime membership. For those of you that are interested or you just want to look at joining on the monthly, then you can do that through the Stand store. Um, Links are in the description lower down. But if you are interested in the lifetime, then make sure you drop me a DM. All right, guys, have a great day. Take care, and I'll see you on Friday. All right, guys, bye bye. Cheers, Anna. Bye bye.